Hi everybody, Robin Hyatt here. Hopefully you can see me a little bit better. I think we have things figured out. So welcome to the Hub. We are going to do a reading of Inside the Lemurian Crystal for those that can't afford to get it. This is chapter 3 and we'll go forward. This is called The Vessel, which would be me or you. Okay, so let's begin. We will begin as you have been listening to these transmissions. We come to you now in full character. It is time, but do not fear as you read what you have read before about any catastrophes. There is time. We will allow time. You will hear the rumblings of the earth. You will see the lights in the sky. You will see the moon fully charged. Come to greater understanding. Raise yourself. My name is Akatan, and I will be the translator at this time. Very strong presence. This vessel is prepared and following what we wish her to do. Get these transmissions out to those who seek and those whom are key holders. For this is a positive time for you. Strengthen to adorn yourself in the spirit of this message. Let's begin. This vessel that I am speaking through had a few questions. How Adam and Eve were not hurt in the explosion of Eden. Then he answered. They had time to travel even though the crystals shot into the sky and then rained down on the earth in the evening. This vessel has been shown in a vision, the beautiful crystals falling to earth like diamonds. I went to bed one night and I opened my eyes and it's like I had a screen right in front of my face. And I saw just like diamonds raining down to the earth. And I saw all the people looking in wonder and the beauty of that. And little did they know there would be a catastrophe happening, but they were staring at that in amazement. Adam and Eve were safe in underground tunnels through caves at this time. Many of those that did leave Eden were killed, pierced by the crystals falling back to the earth. All crystal forms hold the heart of the beginning. That is why they are so special and surfacing at this time, to be put in the hands of those that can communicate these words. It's pretty special. Now we continue with our words. We are in the progress tribulation. Humans do not know the realms. They think they do. Dimensions, they are far more than you can imagine. This vessel is that of the 16th dimension, and she has been told there are 50 dimensions. 50 are for just her vibration. Everyone at this time has different dimensions and different tiers for who they are, for their DNA and their chemistry and history. Some are scholars and some are not. This all depends on spirit and transmission. Join us, he says. After Adam and Eve were wandering in the world, they taught the metaphysical means of the higher source, God. They had a few that followed them. I would say about half of the population follow the lead of Adam and Eve. The other half traveled far away from the village, and those are the ones that scattered themselves across the lands to begin their own civilizations. There was a need for this to be so. As you have seen and heard, we are on the other worlds. Akatan said, other worlds have been created. This one is the most successful. Why? You may say, why is this so successful? Because even though the darkest times, there are a few that walk through with hope and belief. And for those select few, this earth, this world is successful. In other worlds, many of the opposing factors were dissolved, thus leaving no contrast, just leaving evolvement of those species which you have seen now come to this earth, aliens. Even though they dissolve the contrasts, they also dissolve their mission and their environment, leaving them destitute and want and dying. That is why they are here to help man, but to replenish their own civilizations with the seed of man. The seed of man is strong. This earth man is strong and successful. You should be proud of that because that is you, strong. And you're succeeding, even though the coming demise is not so much a demise, but it is a renewal again. As you see, Earth is the epitome of the high God source and evolution contained. These crystals that you hold in your hand have much to say. They have come to your dreams. You have seen yourself inside these crystals looking out. As I speak to this vessel, that is true. This is your mission. This is your desire. This is your goal. We end this transmission. Part 2. We begin again. There is a coming forth. Do not deny. Repair. Look up into the sky. 2 events will be happening at this time. You have an event below the earth, an event above the earth. This earth is shifting underneath you now. And I wrote this last year. In this shift, there will be a parallel event. Grounds will move, waters will flow, seas will swell, skies will rain, hurricanes will come, tornadoes will touch the earth. Prepare for this time, because this will be a shift. You will see the presence of us. Look up. Some will be fearful. Some will know us. This will not be a catastrophic as you think, because this has been happening through all time. It will come to happen, but at this time it will be segmented strongly. Many will fear, but you will be taken care of. This is the time you will need to draw us closer to you for protection, safety, survival. Know that we will help you. Chapter 4, the event. Many of you will bring your families close and ask for the white light of Om to be upon you and your homes. We will come to an understanding. There will be angels that walk the earth at this time. And you will see them, you will know them, for your all-seeing eye will come to an understanding. These angels are to walk the earth, to decipher the destruction, and to help. You can ask for them for help, and they will help you. Hold on one second. Cammie, come here. Do you want up? Come here. Come here. Okay. Sorry, guys. Yes, you interrupted me. Okay. You will know them, for your all-seeing eye will come to an understanding. These angels are to walk on the earth to decipher the destruction and to help. You can ask for them for help, and they will help you. You have to ask. That, I think, is a main thing, is that you have to ask. My hair's winging out back here. So basically, I think that's one of the things I wanted to get through this year, is you have to ask for help. You don't have to do it alone. You can ask for help. Let's see. For that is why they will walk the lands at this time. Find relief in that. Understand relief in that. You will be segmented, aware, and your eyes will be opened. Even though you see this around you, you will be glad, because you know what the event will be. For the event is going to be magnificent and glorious. Then we will begin again. Even though we begin again, it will be different. It will be with a knowledge, strength, perseverance, spiritualism, intuitiveness, psychic, telepathic. You will walk amongst many species. These species will come to exist alongside you for those that walk through the dust and into the light for the new beginning of the world. It will be a new world. Join us, embrace us, honor us, and we will pull you out of the dust. All you must do is be prepared. All you must do is raise your vibration. We will be there as we are here. This vessel is to give you information so you can be prepared. Do not be fearful. Do not be fearful. One thing, do not be fearful. This will be glorious. This will be a glorious event. You will be taken care of. This vessel has been worried, I'm a worrier, about her animals during this event. All animals will be relinquished back to their source. It will be a type of rapture, you could say. You will not have to worry about your animals during this time because they will go back to source. You will be with them once again in the new world, so prepare for that. Raise your face up and feel the sun on your face currently. Be happy. We will give you more information soon. We will end this transmission at this time. We want it to be magnificent. Prepare. Prepare your families. Prepare your homes. Prepare, for there is not an end, but only a beginning. Chapter 5, Continuing Transmissions Through Akheton. Very strong source. Only at this time, when you have released these imperfections, can you be surrounded by the perfect vibration of this field. So I'm going to stop right there for 1 second. Now, a lot of the YouTube videos I've been doing, that we have been doing a meditation of release, forgiveness, getting rid of baggage. That is just so I can help you understand to raise your vibration. Once you can get rid of all that crap and keep it out of your mind and move forward in a different realm, then you will have your vibration raised and you will come to an understanding and a clarity of your life and your life purpose. Okay, we'll begin again. Which in you feel love you have never felt before. We are surrounded by this continuously. Akheton, I don't think he's ever had a body, so he stays in the angel vibration of love. You feel ecstasy of love. As you raise your vibration, fear leaves you, doubt leaves you, controversy leaves you. What do you have left is love, compassion, empathy, and this higher vibration which allows for growth, maturity, and connectivity. Come to understand this. Strive for this. It will be much needed for you. In Source, there will be something that will be happening. As this vessel was writing these things, she became fearful, and we do not wish for you to become fearful at this time for the change. Because once you are used to living a certain way, and then something comes and changes it to be a completely different way, it's kind of scary. It's almost like it's dying. You're so used to this life and this body, it's hard to let go and move to something that you will know when you cross over, but you don't know while you're here on Earth. Hope that makes sense. Let's see. As this vessel was writing these things, she became fearful, and we do not wish you to become fearful at this time. We want you to come through this with excitement because there is new growth for you. We need to bring forth out of the seed of this Lemurian crystal. It is time to speak. It is not only time for this vessel to speak, as she has shown you how to do at this time. This is not a competition. He's talking about intuitive starseeds. It's not a competition. Who is a better speaker? Who's the better one? Who's a stronger one? Who knows this? Who knows that? We're all individuals. We all have our own knowledge and talents, and we complement each other. It's not a competition. I really want people to get that into their heads that are on this higher plane. It's not a competition. This is for all to speak. Come forward. When you meditate with your crystals and you channel, you see things. You must speak and give it to the masses. They will grow through your knowledge, your words that are being transmitted down to you. You will have time in the end of your calendar year, which was last year, this year to go through extreme growth. You must clean your homes. For some of you, this may be hard. You bring your lower vibration through electronics. Electronics are a good field because they gather the masses for knowledge. We have brought these electronics down to man so we can gather you together and not have you so individualized. Also, they do bring in the opposition. Be prepared. When you feel your vibration lowered, grab your crystals and meditate. You will raise it right back up. This vessel is asking who I am. Not my name, but who am I? I am of the Testlia tribe. We have not been on this earth. We have watched this earth. We helped create this earth. But we have not been on this earth evolving with man. We watch from above. We have our ways to do this. As you see our ways in the sky, little round oracles you see are us watching you, coming around you. There's two, okay, I'm going to stop there. There's two types of oracles. The large oracles, which I have seen one on top of the mountain here outside. I was with my neighbor one night. We're out talking, you know how neighbors do when you're watering the lawn and stuff. And I looked over at the mountain, and there's this huge white orb on top of the mountain. And so he goes, oh, it must be a helicopter. Well, it went up, and it went down behind the mountain, came back up, moved to the side, moved back. And he goes, well, that's odd. I'm going, yeah, I wonder, I think I know what that is. And it was a good 20 minutes. We stood there and watched this, and it was like pulsating, and then it would kind of go into colors like orange around it, and then it would go dim, like smaller, and then it'd go bright, and then it went boom down behind the mountain. Then it was gone. So 20 minutes we watched this thing, and I have a witness. So, and he goes, wonder what that is. It was fabulous. Of course, I didn't say anything because, you know, sometimes people aren't ready to hear the truth. That's why the hub, Bigfoot Whispers Hub, you have come to me, and you're seeking knowledge. As you seek knowledge, you gain your own knowledge, your own strength, your own vibration, and you take off yourself. You only need me for a while, and then you come to an understanding of how you need to attain what you need to do, because it will be given to you, and you will feel sound and good and extremely happy. And life isn't always happy, especially in 2020. Life in 2020 backed us up, and it put us at a standstill. We screeched on the brakes so hard in 2020, and even though it's a horrible thing, this COVID and closing everything down, people losing jobs, horrible thing, it had to happen. We had to stop, and we had to take a breath, because life was going too crazy, too fast, too corrupt, and we had to, like a horse pulling in the reins, and we had to stop that horse, and we had to stop and sit and be still, and we had to look around. And when you start looking around and you stop and you're still, you see things. And that was the purpose, and that is the purpose for the goings on of 2020. Unfortunately, we had to go to this extreme. And I think in 2021, it'll still be hard, but we're going to start coming to an understanding, a flow, if I can say that. Let's see. So these oracles, the little round oracles are them. So the big ones are not. But the little ones are like Akatan, these spiritual things. And I actually saw cherubim as some of these little oracles that float around the forest also. Little round oracles you see are us watching you, coming around you. They can go in and out of your homes. They transmit information in your dreams through energy, vibration. Come to understand this. Do not be fearful. We will not harm you. We are here for information, and our information goes into the God source. Do not fear. Those that will be alive at this time that are talking about preceded. Oh, okay, so he's talking about the other chapters in the book. This has got a little confusing. There will be angels walking the earth and prophets. You must find them, seek them, and some will come to you and seek you, and have you follow them, and you will. There will come a time where there will be a great dust that will cover the earth. I can speak no more of this, but it will be dust. Several will be able to walk out of the dust into the light, which that light will bring them to the new world. Magnificent. So that'll be towards the final awakening. We have waited so long for this to happen. We have waited so long for this point of humankind. You on this earth are the ones to come into the new earth, to walk through the event warning of your sorry, to walk through the event warning, but as information that must come forth at this time, which we are releasing. We as seers, oracles, star seeds are bringing this information to you. It is time for all of you to speak. Bring it forth. Communicate with each other. Connect with each other. Be strong with each other. This vessel can learn from you. You can learn from this vessel as she stands inside the crystal and reads the walls thereof. As I speak to you now, Akatan, Akate, Alablika Na. Oh, here we go. I started talking in tongues when I would talk to them. Alasatama Anama Po, as she speaks this odd language. It is what you say is speaking in tongues. It is the God language. They have, and I only spoken this language when I channeled these guys, and it was very Native American sounding to me. It is the highest language of the God source. You must listen and respect it. As we give these things to you, you must respect it. This is the end of this transmission. We love you, and we wish you many, many good tidings. So let's see. Do I want to go? Let me read this one channeling session. It's a second introduction. These Lemurian crystals not only foretelling the coming future, but also the past. Genesis is a great variable to these channeling sessions. This book will be a more in-depth foretelling of Scripture along with unknown history. As in Genesis 4:12 talks about the first murder of man and how the blood cries out to God from the ground. Human sin has a bearing on the fertility of the earth. That was a huge awakening for me. These channeling sessions move forward to consciousness, and they want me to say that each channeler is quite different in vocabulary. For instance, my vocabulary, mine, is very simple and to the point. The guides, spirits, angels draw off my vocabulary to speak to you. As to some very well-read messages would be the same, although in a different vocabulary. That's the vocabulary of the vessel. So then we'll continue on chapter 6, and we'll read a couple more chapters, therefore. So you guys, peace out. I hope you enjoyed that. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon, and much love. And remember, if you had a choice to choose on the day, if you felt down, depressed, choose kindness. Just say, I choose kindness today. Even though you may not receive kindness today, choose kindness coming from you out. Thank you. Bye.